Hi guys, the following clip is about the meaning of moving a parabola horizontally and vertically and how we would write that in an equation. The first feature we're going to look at for parabolas is how to write the horizontal and the vertical movement. Right, so this is very important to remember, otherwise your whole graph will be written and drawn wrong. So, for the horizontal movement, we know that on an axis set, the x-axis is the horizontal axis. So, a horizontal movement means that it is moved on the x-axis. Therefore, when I write down how it is moved, I write it with the x in my equation. We know that the basic equation is y equals x squared, like we've said previously. So the way we write it down is, first of all, we need to write it inside the brackets. And the second point is we use the opposite symbol to where it is moving. So if it is moving to the right, which is positive, we're going to write it down as a negative. If it is moved to the left, which is negative, we need to write it down as a positive. Now we go to the vertical movement. Also, two specific things to remember. The first one is it is written outside the bracket. And the second point is it is written with the same symbol. So if it is moved upwards on the y-axis to a positive side, it is written as a positive. And if it is moving downwards to the negative side, it is written as a negative. Now we move into some examples. So we're first going to do the horizontal movements. Like we said, it is on the x-axis. Right, so the first example we're going to do is we need to move the parabola y equals x squared, that is the basic parabola, 2 units in a positive direction. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rewrite our equation. Y is equal to x squared. We now know that it has to go 2 units in a positive direction. We have identified two things that's important when writing the horizontal movement. First one is it needs to be inside the bracket with the x, and the second thing is it needs to be the opposite symbol. So I'm going to write down y is equal to, my x is always in a bracket when I have any movements. So therefore, I'm going to have bracket x, 2 movements in a positive direction, meaning it would have to move to the right, and therefore I write the opposite symbol, which means it'll be -2, close my bracket, and the square that was outside or at the top now goes to the outside. Right, then we go to the second example. We need to move the parabola y equals x squared, which is the basic one, 3 units in a negative direction. Once again, I'm going to write my equation, y equals x squared. When I move it to the negative side, I have to write the opposite symbol. So I'm going to write it down, y is equal, going to have a bracket, x, move it to the negative side, so therefore it will be positive. And I need to move it 3 units and I square it. Now we go to the vertical movement examples. Let's read. We need to move the parabola y equals x squared 2 units in a positive direction. Once again, this is the basic parabola. Our rules are it has to be outside the brackets and it has to be the same symbol. So I'm going to write down my equation. Y equals x squared. I'm going to start it again as y equals. We know that when we have brackets in an equation, it is written with the x. Because these examples are only moved on the y-axis, we do not have to put the x squared in a bracket. So I will have x squared, and this is moved 2 units in a positive direction. We use the same symbol and the number. Go to the last example. We need to move this parabola of y equals x squared 3 units in a negative direction. Once again, only moved on the y-axis. Therefore, I do not need to put my x squared in brackets. I just need to write down how it's moved on the y, and that is in -3. And that is how you move a parabola on the x-axis as well as the y-axis. Thanks for watching, guys. If this clip helped you at all, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with anyone it could possibly benefit. Also, please find the link to the features of parabolas over here. See you next time. Bye.